What's up, YouTube? It's 419 Morris. We're going to do a What the Fuck series part 2. I know it's been a while. Got back from vacation. It was fun. Had to take a break. So let's get into this. The USARK website. So this is what's going on in the website lately, guys. So, as of Texas Snake and Wild Animal Permit Notifications and the Illinois Animal Ban Program is going on right now. So the Illinois Animal Program right now is probably the biggest one. So this is why we're gonna make this video. I know people are already aware of this because I have been away for some time with vacation mode, going into vacation. Now we're coming out, so you're gonna start seeing more content from me again. I had to take a little bit of a break, guys. It is what it is. It happens. You get burned out every now and then. But I still love doing what I do. All right. So, the bill was sent to the Rules Committee in Illinois, Rule 19A. It's called HB 3695, has been placed on the hearing agendas for both March 7th and 9th. I'm not sure what has happened with this. This was last updated on the 1st of March. So if you guys know anything more about this, please feel free to comment, let people know. So it's pretty much saying that, ban on any species non-native to the U.S. being transported and viewed by any audience. This is a lot like the whole blasting that we went through last year when they're trying to ban the transported and, all species non-native to the United States, but it was on a federal level. So Illinois is trying to do this now just by their state. And this will wreck Tinley. This is like one of the biggest expos in the United States, and it's in Illinois. If this bill passes, you're not going to see Tinley no more. Tinley's going to have to move. So that's not good. So make sure if you're in Illinois, get your, whatever you need to do, get this process killed. So this is a state issue, so people outside of Illinois cannot do nothing too much about it, I do believe, because they don't reside in that state. So, like I said, it's just, banning pretty much all animals being sold and transported into that state with their animal programs, it sounds like, as well. So we're definitely going to have to follow that one because that's a big one. There's another one. We have a couple more animal ban programs, which is them just, no educational programs in that state, which is Rhode Island. I don't know, because I did do that in the last video. There is an update with that. Yes, an update. The committee recommended that the bill be held for further study. This bill has a hearing on March 2nd. Last that they knew. So it's not that they're just going to do more study on this and maybe realize that it's a bad bill and it sucks. Because animal program educational stuff is good. Texas Snake and Wild Animal Permit Notifications. I went over that. That is just pretty much saying they're just trying to have more permits on animals and whatnot, which, it's iffy. It's laying the groundwork for more bull crap, pretty much. So I can't really agree with that too much, depending on the permit. Now, I get if it's like, a venomous snake where you have to have a permit, stuff like that. I get that because they were saying that you need the anti-venom within that hospital to get that permit unless it's already banned in that county. So check that one out. That one's not too big of an issue, I believe, right now. Hoffton, Michigan. So, Hoffman City Council over here, I went over this, and they're trying to talk about regulating how many whatever that you can keep at a time. Whether it be dogs, cats, exotic animals, all that, which can be good, but it can also be bad. Now, does Cat Lady need to sit there and have 50 cats in her house? No. So I agree with that part of it because it does include cats and stuff. But if you're over here breeding snakes, is it okay to have 30 or more snakes somewhere? I mean, There's nothing wrong with it as long as you take care of them. I mean, I keep 30 back here plus whatever the babies are right there, you know? So it's different because snakes are, you know, in a certain place, like a dark, humid, and they just don't free roam everywhere. So I mean, it's completely different. But at the same point in time, it gives them stepping grounds to overstep their boundaries if it's passed. That's the only concern that we have here. The Illinois turtle trap bill. So I went over this. This was quite interesting. They're trying to make it legal to trap snapping turtles. Well, the problem with this is when you go trap these snapping turtles, you know, what the bill was saying, what I read more into this, was that you're going to end up killing other types of turtles that you're not trying to kill because the traps can't differentiate, you know, the type of turtle you're trying to trap, obviously. And therefore, you're not going to just trap and kill snapping turtles, but you could trap and kill like an endangered turtle that's, you know, on their list that you can't kill. And so they're saying, which I agree 100%, because, you know, right now it's legal to get them with fishing, bow and arrow, and by hand you can capture them, but you just can't trap them. I agree 100% with this. Right now it is winning 64-1 to make it not legal to start trapping them. So from my sounds of it, and that was last March 15th. So that was within last couple weeks. So there's another hearing scheduled for March 30th, which already took place because it's April 8th. So I don't think that's going to pass. I think there's too much opposition for the support. It was 64-1 on that. So I don't think that one's going to pass at all. I think they're going to shoot that one down. Suspension of all commercial trade in cities species with Mexico. So this is interesting. So this was March 29th. The trade suspension. So here's the background of this one. This is interesting. The Endangered Species Act prohibits trade in specimens contrary to the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, which are cities. Article 1 of the Convention defines trade to mean export, re-export, import, and introduction from the sea. Article designates the article designates to communicate to the parties when species in Amidex 1 and 2 are being adversely affected in trade, or that the propositions of the convention are not being implemented efficiently. An import permit, export permit, or re-export re-export certificate issued for the species by the country under suspension is considered invalid. So this is big because we know that people are trying to get the ball pythons over to Mexico. So this is going to be something to follow as well. I mean, this could also affect other countries. You know, like I said, you get one, the rest may follow suit. So that's the problem. You know, this goes on and on with information here. The United States implements all cities' recommendations to suspend trade, including the import, export, or re-export of any cities or species subject to trade suspension, effective immediately. So they're saying like right now. Sites. All shipments contain sites, not cities, sites. Sorry, my bad. I don't have my glasses on. Traded for commercial purposes under an export. So I'm not sure what really sites are. I'm gonna Google this real quick. I don't even know what they're even talking about. Sites. So it looks like that if I had to take a guess, it's the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. So they're saying everything that's endangered and stuff you can't pretty much export or import in the community, which as it should be. And last but not least, the New York Additional Species Ban pretty much just covers like your zoo type animals. Again, you know, you give them one, you give them all, but my views with the zoos and stuff are a little bit probably more different than others, so I'm not going to get too much into that because it's not really about reptiles on this one. So the biggest one right now you guys to watch out for is the Illinois one. They got some big, you know, the animal program ban and the transport of all animals to and from that state is a big one because that will kill tinily. That's something to watch out for. I'll bring in another episode. I need to make another video for the channel as well of what's going on behind me. So make sure you guys are following the channel, like, comment, subscribe. Hope this helped out a little bit or kept you entertained for a little bit. It kept me entertained, I tell you that. We're doing the 500 subscriber giveaway for the channel. Don't forget about that. The eggs in the incubator are doing swell. We have about, I think, 40 or so days left on those. So I'll go all over that in another video. So until then, guys, hope you guys enjoy the episode. We'll keep an eye on this. Like I said, I was in vacation mode, and we're going to get back to this. So, deuces.